What's up, y'all? It's your boy Meech the Priest, man. Welcome back to another video. Right now, I'm currently on a little nature walk trail out here in Dallas, Texas, at this place called Prayer Mountain. I just want to speak on a few things, man, while I'm walking on this trail. My mind's opening and, I'm getting these thoughts and, I just want to lay it down on the camera, basically like a journal. But in my own personal life, especially lately, I be thinking about the things, negative things, I say negative things, the things that I'm not good at. I feel as human beings, especially some people with anxiety or unhealed trauma and things of that nature, we tend to focus on the negative aspects of life more than the positive aspects of life. And my main thing is focusing on what I am weak at and the things that I need to improve on and what I'm not good at, man. And instead of thinking about the things that I'm very good at, the things that I'm strong at, the things that I'm brave in. And I do want to make this video for my future self to also look back and reminisce on where I'm at right now versus where I'm gonna be when I watch that video and in the future. But I was thinking lately, it's like, bro, I feel like a lot of things that I'm weak at is making friends with like minds, putting myself out there, whether it be in social settings and events and things like that, staying consistent, stop procrastinating, getting to my goals every single day, whether it be in the gym, whether it be in work, whether it be in posting a video, or just keeping promises to myself. And yes, those are all things I need to work on, that I should be striving towards every day. And I think, I don't give myself enough credit for the things that I do. I am very strong at a lot of things, and walking on this trail is really making me realize that, like, a lot of people cannot do things by themselves. A lot of people cannot be isolated. A lot of people always need to be around somebody in the mix to not feel lonely, because quite honestly, when you're alone and you have nobody around you and it's actually you isolated, just you and God, you start to realize how much clearer you can think, how much things in your life are actually happening, man, because you're not caught up in the mix, And I'm thinking while walking on this trail, bro, I went on a road trip, lived out of my truck by myself. I did that. Not a lot of people could say they did that. I just moved out to Texas by myself, got my first apartment in Texas. I did that. I have an Airbnb property in Houston, Texas. I did that. I took a risk. When my mom was in the hospital, I don't think I really talked about this on the channel like that, but when my mom was in the hospital, she was very, very ill, very, very sick. And quite honestly, I thought I was gonna lose her, man. And that was just back in April or May. And, that was a very hard time for me in life, because I had just left my family for a few months. I've been traveling a lot. I was caught up in so much things in my life, and having the feeling or having the thought of losing my mother, going up to the hospital, because I went up to the hospital for 2 weeks straight, every single day. Made sure my mom was good, made sure she got what she needed. And my older sister, she had said, Meech, like, you think that you're weak, you think that you have feminine traits, you're not masculine or stuff, but she's like, no, the way that I seen you show up for mom every single day, whether it just be giving her a phone call or coming up here every day, asking her what she needs, like, she's proud of me. She literally told me she's proud of me. She's seen, how I showing up, and that really, like, made her feel, I don't know the feeling, but, like, I guess just saying proud of me, like, damn, my little brother was actually there and showed up and stuff like that. And I wasn't thinking much of it. I was just thinking, okay, this is my mother. I need to be up there every day. If something happens, I at least want to spend time with her. But from my sister telling me that, I started thinking in my life, like, I always think negative, the bad things, like, damn, I should have been up there more, or damn, if I was here and didn't take my road trip, maybe things would have been different. And when my sister told me, like, no, you were really there for mom, you showed up, and like, you just kept her in good spirits, and just like, you know, was there for her. Because if you're in the hospital for 2 weeks, and the type of person my mom is, one, she hates hospitals. Two, she does not stand still. Like, she'll work 7 days a week if she has to. Like, she's always on the move and stuff like that. So I know her sitting for 2 weeks in that hospital bed, not being able to get up and walk and do anything. That took a toll on her. That took a big toll on her, because even me, like, I would not want to be in a hospital with no windows or anything, just staring at a wall and TV all day and having medicine put in me. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? She's right. You know, I was there for my mother. Some people wouldn't be there like I was there for my mother. Some people would just be like, okay, you know, this is what happens, or something like that, or I got my own life, I'm too busy, or something like that. But I was thinking, like, you know, my mom is everything to me. I don't have a dad. You know, if I lose my mom, that's it. And it's like, damn, man, I at least want to have a lot of time, spend a lot of time with her, in case something does happen. But even like going back into being brave on being by myself, you know, making big risks this year, doing a lot of things, like, I'm always feeling like I'm not doing enough. But sometimes you got to sit back and actually think, like, man, I have done so much in just this last 12 months. Forget that, in this last 6 months, I've done so much that I need to sit back and just be like, bro, calm down, chill out. You've proved yourself enough. I proved myself, and that's what I feel like it keeps me in this mindset, is of like, I'm always trying to prove myself, whether it be to others or really even to myself, just because, you know, growing up, I had to do everything by myself. I didn't have a dad to teach me discipline. I didn't have people showing me how to make money online. I didn't have none of that, bro. So being in that state of doing everything for yourself, being independent since a young age, not having any male, I had my godfather, but no like male figure that is in my family around me. And I grew up around all girls and a single mother household, and my mom was at work a lot. Like, being where I'm at right now, you know, with the YouTube and having my own apartment, having property and things like that, like, bro, I've achieved a lot. You know, I've achieved a lot by myself, and through the grace of God, I kept working and grinding, getting to it. And I'm always just looking for the next thing to do, the next thing to improve in. And, you know, that's a good trait, you know, always trying to improve instead of becoming content with your life, because I've never been content with my life. I get depressed when I've become comfortable and stuff like that. But I also got to realize, like, bro, you've done a lot. You've proved yourself enough. Right now, take a chill pill. You know, for the last year, I was on the go, man. State to state, country to country, traveling, trying different ventures, doing different things. But right now, it's like, sit back and realize what I have done and the good things that I've done in my life, man. You know, I don't want to keep focusing on my weaknesses and my struggles and my battles and stuff like that. I want to focus on what I'm good to, like what I'm very good at and what I've done, what I've accomplished, man. Because I feel like I've accomplished more in the last 6 to 12 months than I've did in my whole life by myself. So to anybody watching this, man, like, if you're focusing on your weaknesses and the bad things in your life and what you need to work on and what you're not good at and all these negative aspects, man, sit back and focus on the things that you're strong at, because everybody has their own weaknesses. You know, you may be weak at doing pull-ups, but perfect at running 10 miles straight. But the bodybuilder may be good at lifting 400 pounds, on a chest press, bench press, but can't even run 5 minutes without getting winded. So I think with my mindset is like, I try to be good and the best at everything, but sometimes like I gotta realize what my strengths and my weaknesses are, you know, and stop trying to always think that I'm not good enough because I can't do what this person does. You know, I may not be able to do what you do, but there's some things that you may not be able to do that I can do. So anybody watching this, man, just think about your strengths, focus on your strengths and strengthening and building on those strengths. You know, stop focusing on such negative things, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm not a man, and I'll be vulnerable and admit that. Sometimes I feel like I'm not as manly as I should be because I didn't have a dad, because I didn't have, you know, a male figure always in my life, especially at the most crucial times of my life, you know, showing me the ropes of how to be a man. Like I said, I had my godfather and he was a big help, and I don't know where I would be without him. But, you know, when you don't have your physical dad, your biological dad in a kid's life, especially when you're the only son, a lot of people who are like that don't turn out the way that I do, you know. A lot of people in my family, basically all the boys except for like 1 or 2 in my family are either gay or trans, you know, and I admit that. And seeing that growing up, I'm thinking, damn, why is my family like this? And I start thinking, okay, there's no male role model in any of their lives. So how can I expect them to have a masculine energy? You know? So that's why I look at myself as like, I say the white sheep of the family. I'm not the black sheep of the family. I'm the white sheep of the family. Because like, bro, looking at what I've done, I need to just be proud of what I've done. You know, yeah, it's always good to strive for more, but be proud of what I've done and seeing what I could have become and the rest of my family, man. Because quite honestly, I don't like being around my family, man. That's another reason I moved out to Texas, because I wanted to get away from my past self. I wanted to heal from things. I wanted to be around new, positive people. Just a little late. But yeah, man. I just need to focus on what good I've done in my life instead of always focus on what I'm not good at in life. But yeah, man, are these frogs? Oh, there's little frogs jumping. But yeah, man, I'm gonna head out of this trail right now. Probably get beat up by the mosquitoes, but I just wanted to hop on here and let that be known, man. Focus on your strengths, stop focusing on your weaknesses, and think about what you've done in life that other people haven't done in their life. I'm 23 and I've done all this stuff. I just moved out to Texas by myself. So pat yourself on the back. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back, man. Clap for yourself. When nobody else does, clap for yourself. But yeah, man, it's your boy Meech the Preach. I love y'all, and I'll catch you on the next video, man. Gang.